Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Elohim Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Recall, Kadash, Dabuan, City Apostles and Elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Aki on pushing his truth and sincerity, and diligently putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. This one call from the Trump in the VA camp, and I'm gonna get right into it.
На сегодняшний день у нас уникальная ситуация в нашей новой и новейшей истории. Догоняют нас. Ни в одной стране мира нет гиперзвукового оружия вообще, а гиперзвукового оружия континентальной дальности тем более. Оружие континентальной дальности тем более.
So Trump is, Putin is doing some flexing right now. He said nobody fucking with us with the missiles. At the hypersonic missiles, nobody. Not even the U.S. And this is why I went to this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this one up too. Putin, he basically dropped that one yesterday. And this is about the U.S. bitching about North Korea when they flew the 4 planes, the spy planes, over North Korea trying to see if they had the nukes or whatever. But the U.S. is bitching right now. The elites are bitching right now. They do not want that smoke. They do not want that smoke. They are bitching.
To the Senate and U.S. officials tonight bracing for new aggression after North Korea's ominous warning of a Christmas gift, and today deploying 4 American surveillance planes over the Korean peninsula, according to South Korean media reports. The Pentagon has not responded to NBC News' request for comment. It comes as there's increasing concern over what Pyongyang's plotting, like perhaps a long-range missile launch soon. That hasn't happened since 2017, when Kim stopped testing those rockets during a window of diplomacy with President Trump.
He's a very talented man.
The president now publicly playing down concerns over a potential test, but pledging to respond if and when it happens.
We'll find out what the surprise is, and we'll deal with it very successfully. And let's see what happens.
The now impeached president bracing for a fight on another front as negotiations remain at a standstill over the details of a Senate trial considering whether to remove him from office. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she won't send the articles of impeachment to the Senate until she's confident there will be a fair trial. Top Republican Mitch McConnell calling the delay.
Kicking off 4 days of joint naval. China, Iran, and Russia kicking off 4 days of joint naval war games in the Gulf of Oman and the Indian Ocean, as Tehran looks to improve military ties with Beijing and Moscow amid heightened tensions with the United States. Waleed Phares is a Fox News national security and foreign affairs analyst. Waleed, thank you for joining us on this topic. How concerned should the United States be about this effort made between these 3 countries, certainly not our allies?
You know, these developments are important because they allow us and our public to understand what's the situation, the real situation with Iran. Often we have friends and allies in the region and beyond who are putting pressure on us. You need to do more on Iran, more in Iraq, more in Lebanon. Reality is that this joint exercise between Russia, China, and Iran is a message that these 2 powers, nuclear powers, are telling the United States and our allies that we're not, quote, going to let Iran down if you do anything against it. So the calculations now for the United States is to take into consideration that we're not just dealing with Iran, but also with an axis, a larger alliance, including those powers.
In our current news cycle, we hear a lot about Iran and Russia working together, particularly when it comes to Syria, and I definitely want to touch on that point in a moment. But first, just weaving China back into this whole discussion regarding this, the Chinese Defense Ministry said this about these naval drills, that it would deepen exchange and cooperation between the navies of the three countries. Of course, this is a very important area, very close to the Strait of Hormuz, of course, a major area for getting oil tankers from place to place from Iran. So what does China's involvement mean for all of this?
Well, look, China and Russia, but China made the statement, is telling us that we're not going to allow you to seize and control this area and isolate Iran. This is very serious. That statement is very serious. And it could be also that they are willing, China and Russia, that is, to send some of their parts of their fleets or ships into that area, which would complicate things. But this reminds me of something else. Our problem with Korea is very parallel. I mean, we think that we are only dealing with Korea. In fact, China...
Like you said, our problem with Korea is very parallel, and that's why I showed the video before this one. One, Putin basically telling everybody, like, yo, we got hypersonic missiles, nobody can fuck with it. And then afterwards, I showed you the video with North Korea, where U.S. is sending over their spy planes because they're worried about them bringing their nukes back into play.
And Russia are backing Korea, so it's much more of an international coalition. Our problem with Korea is very parallel. I mean, we think that we are only dealing with Korea. In fact, China and Russia are backing Korea. So it's much more of an...
There it is. China and Russia backing Iran, one of the so-called enemies of America. And then you got China and Russia backing North Korea and you got China and Russia backing North Korea and Iran, two enemies of the United States. So that they want to basically bring under subjection. And China and Russia, they teaming up, and they're like, nah, we not having this. And we know China is happily getting involved because of all the sanctions and the Huawei and all that other stuff. And Russia and Putin, they definitely want parts because they want to be the number one superpower. Matter of fact, China does too. Okay. But China and Russia both know they got to get America off the table first.
International coalition business that we're dealing with now.
And shifting to Syria as promised, we know that Russia and the Assad regime are working together. At this point in time, it's created really a humanitarian crisis. There have been renewed airstrikes, and the aim is to get this northern part of Syria that is still considered a rebel stronghold for the Assad regime to regain this ground. Now, the president has issued essentially a warning. President Trump tweeting this: Russia, Syria, and Iran are killing or on their way to killing thousands of innocent civilians in the Idlib province. Don't do it. Turkey is working hard to stop the carnage. So, Waleed, how hard is Turkey working, and does this warning from the president have teeth right now?
Well, that's the whole question. The president is really messaging President Erdogan, and is telling him basically that Iran and Assad and Russia, of course, are moving to take back that area, and to put it back under the Assad regime. There will be hundreds of thousands, not millions, of civilians who will flee. Where are they fleeing? They'll flee north towards Turkey. And from Turkey, what could happen? They could go to Europe. So it's a very serious matter. Unfortunately, President Erdogan, who backed the rebels in the beginning, is now very interested in intervening in Libya, like half the Mediterranean away. So that's why probably this is a reminder by President Trump to President Erdogan to take care of that neighborhood, not across the Mediterranean.
Oh, well, you brought up Libya, and that's, there are a lot of challenges there as well.
So Revelation 17:16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now, and all America's allies is turned against them. They're going to be the ones that's going to burn America. Because they're going to be the ones that fire the nuclear missiles. They're going to turn on it. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is exposing her and putting it. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep reading. It says, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So there it is. Yahweh is controlling these other nations to spark up against America and the elites. It's like you say, Revelation 17:17, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. And we know the will, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is America to be destroyed off of the face of the earth. It says, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And who reigns over the kings of the earth? Let's see. Revelation 13:7. It was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and all tongues and nations, and upon all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. So who's these people? Who are they worshiping? And who also made war with the saints? The Edomites. The Edomites are being worshipped by everybody. The Edomites are above everybody. Everybody wants to be like the Edomites. Everybody's friend with the Edomites. Everybody's afraid and worship the Edomite. This is who this is about. Okay, he was given to make war with the saints and to have power over all the kindreds of the earth. And that was his blessing that he got from Yahweh Shai as he was Isaac. So it says, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So Esau has been set up to be ruler over everybody. He was set up by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and this goes into Job 9:24. But when you read 1 Samuel, matter of fact, First Samuel 2:7, Yahweh make it poor and make it rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is controller. He lifts up and puts down. And he put up Esau. And now it's time to put down. It's time for his time is coming to be put down. His reign is over. That's why scriptures say, for Jacob is the beginning of the world to follow, but Esau is the end of the world. And this reign is coming to an end. But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Gadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and diligently putting up videos throughout the week to feed the sheep. This is Maquah from the Trumpet and VA Camp. Adawan, Ratazah, Atham Yakal, Shalom.